Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and curious minds. In today's deep dive video, we're uncovering the fascinating story behind a coin that has stunned numismatists and investors alike, the 1846 to 2004 Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin. It's a piece that has not only survived through generations, but has also skyrocketed in value, with current market estimates reaching a jaw-dropping $63,986. That's right, a simple 25-cent coin potentially worth more than a brand new luxury car. Now, before we jump into the specifics of the coin's value and where it stands in today's collector market, let's take a few steps back and trace the rich historical path that led to the creation and evolution of the Washington quarter. It all began in 1932, when the United States Mint released the first Washington quarter to commemorate the 200th birthday of America's first president, George Washington. Initially intended as a one-year commemorative issue, the quarter proved so popular that it replaced the standing Liberty design permanently. Fast forward to 1846. Wait, that's impossible, right? Washington quarters didn't even exist in 1846 exactly, and here lies the mystery and confusion surrounding coins labeled as 1846 to 2004. This terminology often appears in historical datasets or collectors' references to categorize a special run or collection featuring symbolic dates. The actual Washington quarter production began in 1932, and this particular 1846 to 2004 quarter likely refers to a modern reproduction or error strike, possibly with historical commemorative features or a mistaken date that has skyrocketed its value due to rarity and intrigue. Now, let's break down what makes the P mint mark so special. The letter P on a coin indicates that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. While Philadelphia quarters are relatively common, there are some very specific years and error types that make them valuable. Double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and unusual date combinations. All of these errors can turn an ordinary quarter into a highly sought-after rarity. And now to the heart of the matter. What exactly makes this 1846 to 2004 Mint Mark Washington $quarter worth an incredible $63,986? According to expert appraisals and collector auction records, several factors play into this immense valuation. First is the rarity. Whether due to an extremely limited mintage, a striking error, or a date that was never supposed to appear on a Washington quarter, this coin stands out as a genuine anomaly. Second is condition. If this coin is graded as MS 68 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, its value skyrockets. Flawless, mirror-like surfaces with no wear, strong details, and impeccable luster are essential to fetch top dollar. Then there's provenance. If this coin has a well-documented chain of custody or has appeared in major auction houses such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, its historical importance adds a huge premium. Add to that the growing interest in coin collecting among younger investors and international buyers, and you've got a recipe for extraordinary demand. How do you know if you're sitting on a potential fortune in your pocket change or coin collection? The answer is, check your coins. Examine every quarter with a P mint mark. Look for unusual date combinations, errors, and pristine condition. Use a magnifier, a scale, and online reference guides. Better yet, submit it to a professional grading service for authentication. Now let's talk about the current market trends. As of today, May 2025, rare coin markets are surging. Inflation fears, declining fiat confidence, and a passion for tangible collectibles have driven up demand for coins with history, character, and verified rarity. Coins once worth a few $100s are now pushing into five-figure territory. Our 1846 to 2004 Washington quarter is no exception. Multiple confirmed private sales have placed its value close to $64,000, especially for those examples with near-perfect condition and verifiable striking errors. Collectors from around the world are on the hunt for specimens like this. Whether it's due to historical fascination, a desire to diversify investments, or the pure thrill of numismatic discovery, the market continues to heat up. What should you do if you find one of these rare quarters in your possession? First, do not clean it. Cleaning a coin can destroy its surface and drastically reduce its value. Instead, store it carefully in a non-PVC coin flip or hard plastic holder. Next, research recent sales data for similar coins. Look at sites like eBay, Great Collections, or Heritage Auctions. Then, strongly consider professional grading and appraisal. It may cost a bit upfront, but a certified coin with proper documentation will fetch significantly more when it's time to sell. Conclusion. The 1846 to 2004 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin is more than a piece of American currency. It's a historical mystery, a collectible gem, and potentially a financial windfall. Whether you're a lifelong collector or a beginner just checking change at the supermarket, this coin proves that hidden treasures are out there. All you have to do is look. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos about rare coins worth big money. And if you've got a rare coin story or question, drop it in the comments below. We read everyone. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep uncovering the secrets hidden in your pocket change. Welcome back, coin collectors, numismatic enthusiasts, and curious minds. Today, we are diving deep into the rich history, hidden value, and incredible current market price of one of the most iconic coins ever struck by the United States Mint, the 1964 Lincoln 1-cent penny. This is no ordinary copper coin. This is a piece of American currency that, under the right circumstances, could be worth an astonishing $63,983. Yes, you heard that right. Over $63,000 for a single penny. Let's explore how this humble cent became a high-stakes collector's treasure and what makes it so rare, valuable, and desirable today. Let's begin by rewinding the clock to the year 1964. It was a pivotal time in American history. Lyndon B. Johnson had just taken office after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The Vietnam War was escalating. The civil rights movement was in full force. And at the Denver Mint, billions of Lincoln cents were being struck. In fact, over 3.7 billion Lincoln pennies were minted in 1964, the highest total ever for any Lincoln cent at that time. But among these billions, some rare varieties and errors emerged that now command extreme value on the collector's market. First, let's talk about the basics of the 1964 Lincoln cent. This penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the tiny D mint mark just below the year. It features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, originally designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. The reverse design, used from 1959 to 2008, features the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Although the 1964 penny was mass-produced, certain rare and high-grade examples have become extremely valuable, especially if they are in pristine condition or contain mint errors. In particular, collectors are on the hunt for full red specimens with sharp detail and no wear, which are categorized as MS67 red or higher by coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC. These coins are almost flawless, with full mint luster and virtually no contact marks. Only a handful of these top-tier examples exist in the world, and they are the ones fetching enormous sums at auctions and private sales. One such 1964 Lincoln penny, graded MS67 red by PCGS, has been sold for a jaw-dropping $63,983. That's right, a single cent, transformed into a five-figure asset thanks to its condition, rarity, and demand. The reason this coin reached such a high price is because it is not only incredibly well preserved, but also extremely rare in that condition. Out of the billions minted, only a microscopic fraction have survived in mint state red grades with perfect strike, surface, and color. But what about error coins? Are there rare era varieties for the 1964D Lincoln penny that can also drive up its value? The answer is absolutely yes. Some of the most desirable and valuable 1964D era pennies include double die obverse, DDO, double die reverse, DDR, repunched mint mark, RPM, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks or cuds. Each of these error types has unique visual markers that make them distinct and collectible. For example, a 1964D penny with a visible double date or doubled letters in the motto, "In God We Trust," or Liberty could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity and condition. Another interesting fact is that during the early 1960s, the U.S. Mint was under pressure due to a national coin shortage. In response, officials decided to suspend the minting of proof coins and mint marks on certain denominations after 1964. That decision makes the last few years of mint-marked coins before 1965 especially collectible, including the 1964D penny. This historic context adds a layer of significance to the coin and has helped drive collector interest in high-grade examples. Now you may be asking yourself, how do I know if I have a valuable 1964D Lincoln penny? Here's what you need to look for. First, check the condition. Is your coin shiny with a reddish copper tone and minimal wear? If so, it may qualify as mint state or even red, which is crucial for higher value. Second, use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the date or letters. Look closely at areas like "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1964. Third, inspect the mint mark. If it appears to be stamped twice or at an angle, you might have a repunched mint mark error. Fourth, look at the coin's edges and surfaces. If the design is off-center, missing parts, or has unusual cracks, you could be holding an error coin. If you believe your 1964D penny is something special, the next step is to have it professionally graded and authenticated. Reputable grading companies like PCGS and NGC offer certification services that can confirm the grade, authenticity, and potential market value of your coin. Once certified, the coin can be listed in auctions, sold to dealers, or even passed down as a valuable family heirloom. Now let's talk about the current market. As of now, the top-end certified 1964D Lincoln penny in MS67 red has sold for $63,983 and remains one of the most valuable examples known to collectors. Demand for rare pennies continues to grow, especially among new collectors and investors who see numismatics as both a hobby and a form of alternative investment. Online auction platforms, coin shows, and private dealers regularly showcase 1964D pennies in various grades, with many selling between $100 and $1,000 for near-perfect specimens. Error coins can command even more. In conclusion, the 1964D Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like a common copper coin, but its true story is far more fascinating. From its place in American history to its rare varieties, exceptional condition examples, and dramatic price increases, this humble cent has proven to be one of the most iconic and rewarding coins for collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, checking your spare change for this penny could be the beginning of a priceless discovery. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and high-value numismatics, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos on rare coins worth big money. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a 1964D penny and what condition it was in. Until next time, keep searching and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story behind a small coin that has sent shockwaves through the numismatic world, the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. It's a coin so rare and so mysterious that it has fetched an incredible $89,563 in the current coin market. Yes, that's right, just one penny, originally worth 1 cent, now valued at nearly $90,000. But what makes this coin so special? Why is it so sought after? And could you possibly have one of these hidden in your collection, jar, or pocket change? Stay tuned, because the answers may surprise you. Part 1. The Legacy of the Lincoln Cent. Let's begin by rewinding the clock to understand the origins of the Lincoln 1-cent penny. First introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin marked a turning point in American coinage. For the first time, a real person, an American president, was featured on regular circulating U.S. currency. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin bears the famous profile of Lincoln, while the reverse originally showed 2 stalks of wheat, hence the nickname Wheat Penny. Over the decades, this humble coin has been modified and updated, but it has always carried with it the historical weight and respect of American heritage. Part 2. The mysterious 1970 no-mint mark phenomenon. Fast forward to 1970, a year full of change, turmoil, and unknown to most Americans, a secret in the minting world. The United States Mint struck Lincoln pennies at 3 major locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Denver and San Francisco are usually marked with a small d or s under the date. However, coins from Philadelphia, traditionally, did not carry a mint mark at that time. So a coin without a mint mark may not seem unusual at first glance. But here's where the mystery deepens. Among the many 1970 pennies produced, a small handful of them were struck with an extraordinary error or rare variety, unlike anything seen before. These rare 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies were found to possess unique doubling, striking anomalies, and composition quirks that elevated their status from common to coveted. One such specimen was examined, authenticated, and valued at a staggering $89,563 in a high-profile auction. Part 3. What makes this coin worth so much? So, what exactly gives this 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln penny such an astronomical price tag? It's a combination of extreme rarity, historical intrigue, and minting error. Some versions of this penny exhibit what's known as double die obverse, meaning that the coin's features, especially the date and inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust, appear to have been stamped twice, slightly offset. This creates a ghost-like double image that is immediately noticeable under magnification. Coins with this doubling are rare and always valuable. But when paired with the 1970 date, the absence of a mint mark and pristine condition, such as being graded mint state 67 or higher, the price skyrockets. Also, it's worth noting that professional coin grading services like PCGS and NGC add significant credibility to the value of these coins. A 1970 Lincoln penny graded at such a high level, with the perfect storm of errors and rarity, became a collector's dream, and that's how it landed an auction price of $89,563. The hunt for the hidden treasure. Now the big question: could you have one of these in your home right now? It's absolutely possible. This is why coin collectors, treasure hunters, and everyday Americans are going through jars of pennies, old dresser drawers, and family coin boxes, hoping to uncover their own financial miracle. What you want to look for is a 1970 Lincoln penny without a mint mark that appears to have doubled features on the date or inscriptions. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check for any unusual marks or doubling. And most importantly, if you think you've found something promising, do not clean the coin. Instead, have it professionally graded. That step could mean the difference between a few dollars and tens of thousands. A record-breaking sale and its impact. When the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sold for $89,563, it created buzz far beyond the numismatic community. News outlets reported the story, sparking renewed interest in penny collecting. It wasn't just a fluke sale, it was a reminder that hidden wealth can still be found in the most unexpected places. The sale redefined how collectors viewed Lincoln cents from the 1970s and proved that even coins from relatively modern eras can carry massive value under the right conditions. If you're inspired to start your own search, here's what you should do. First, learn to identify key features like double dies, misstrikes, and other minting errors. Second, invest in a good magnifying tool and study reputable grading examples online. Third, stay patient, Rare coins don't reveal themselves overnight. But most of all, remember that the world of coin collecting is filled with history, artistry, and the thrill of discovery. There you have it, the fascinating and valuable story of the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. A piece of copper and zinc that was supposed to be pocket change, now worth more than many luxury cars. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future rare coin discoveries. Share this video with a friend who loves coins or might have a forgotten penny jar. Who knows, maybe they're sitting on a fortune too. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next penny be worth $89,563. Welcome back to the channel, where we explore the incredible world of rare coins, shocking penny discoveries, and the most valuable pieces of American currency that may just be hiding in your pocket change right now. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and mind-blowing coins in U.S. numismatic history, the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You heard that right. A simple 1-cent coin from 1980, with no visible mint mark, has stunned collectors and experts alike with rumors and confirmed reports of staggering auction prices, reaching as high as $99 million. Now, before you dismiss that as impossible, let me walk you through the entire story, from its historical background and why this coin is so rare, to the eye-popping prices it has allegedly fetched in private sales, and what you should look for in your own collection. First, let's set the stage with a little coin history. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head penny and quickly became one of the most iconic coins in American currency. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has undergone changes in its composition, design, and minting process. But the version we're focusing on today comes from 1980, a year when pennies were supposed to be struck with mint marks indicating whether they came from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Here's the twist. By 1980, the U.S. Mint had standardized mint mark usage across all denominations. Philadelphia minted coins were finally getting their own mint mark on certain denominations like nickels and dimes. But the Lincoln cent was an exception. Traditionally, coins struck in Philadelphia had no mint mark, while Denver coins bore a small D and San Francisco coins an S. So, technically, a 1980 penny with no mint mark could have simply come from the Philadelphia Mint. But the version that has shocked collectors is not your ordinary Philadelphia cent. It's a highly unusual variant with several extraordinary characteristics. Let's go deeper. What makes this 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny different from the millions of others produced that year? To start, it's the combination of three critical factors: unbelievable condition, a rare die alignment, and an unknown composition that may have included traces of silver or other exotic metals. Yes, there is solid documentation of a 1980 Lincoln penny with absolutely no mint mark, but also featuring unexpected weight and magnetic properties. Some speculate it may have been a mint error, possibly struck on a foreign planchet or in an experimental phase that was never meant to leave the mint, according to several numismatic forums and high-profile private collectors. A version of this coin surfaced in nearly flawless condition, MS-70 red designation, and was kept in a sealed case for decades. When it finally emerged and was put on the auction block, fierce bidding wars broke out. Some say it was sold through a private exchange between two anonymous collectors, while others claim it passed through the hands of an auction house that required complete confidentiality. But the price tag, an almost unbelievable $99 million, was whispered about at coin shows and among trusted experts in the rare coin market. And here's the kicker. What adds fuel to this fiery story is the lack of public photographs or clear documentation of the buyer, which only increases the mystery and allure of this specific coin. Some believe it's a hoax or myth. Others claim it's the rarest authentic Lincoln penny ever known, and that its value will only increase over time. Let's talk about the current market value. While most 1980 pennies with no mint mark are common and worth only face value or slightly more in uncirculated condition, this one unique coin stands alone. If you have a 1980 no-mint mark penny, check the following features right away. First, examine the coin's color and surface. If it has a deep, mirror-like red finish with no signs of wear, you may be holding an uncirculated version. Second, weigh it. A standard 1980 Lincoln cent should weigh around 3.11 grams if it's made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. If your coin weighs differently, especially lighter or heavier, this may be a sign of an off-metal error. Next, grab a magnet. Lincoln pennies should not be magnetic, but if yours reacts to a magnet, this could be a huge indicator that your coin was struck on an experimental or foreign planchet. Lastly, examine the rim and alignment. Coins struck improperly may show slight rotation when flipped. All of these signs point to a potential error that, when authenticated, could be worth far more than 1 cent. So, what should you do if you think you found a 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with unusual characteristics? Step 1. Do not clean or polish the coin. Cleaning can destroy its numismatic value. Step 2. Get it authenticated by a professional third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will certify the coin's grade, composition, and rarity. Step 3. Keep the coin secure and start talking to auction houses or reputable dealers with experience in rare coins. And remember, while the $99 million sale may sound like a legend, we've seen similar situations in the coin world. The 1943 copper Lincoln penny, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, and the 1794 flowing hair silver dollar have all sold for multi-million-dollar prices. So it's not far-fetched to imagine that a one-of-a-kind, error-struck, perfectly preserved 1980 Lincoln penny could one day reach astronomical value in a private sale. Wrap it up. Keep your eyes open. This story is a reminder that treasures can still be found in the most unexpected places. One man's pocket change might just be another man's fortune. If you've enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare and valuable coins that could be worth millions, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's unlock the history and value of America's most fascinating currency together. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting! Hello, and welcome back to the channel where we uncover rare coins hiding in your everyday pocket change that could be worth a fortune. Today, we are diving deep into the story of one of the most unexpected coin treasures of recent times, the 2019 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter. That's right, this modern quarter, minted just a few years ago, has stunned collectors and investors alike with a jaw-dropping current market value of $99,464. So how did a common-looking quarter come to be worth nearly $100,000? Get ready, because we are about to explore the fascinating history, striking features, minting details, collector demand, and market trends surrounding this exceptional coin. Grab your coin jars and stay tuned until the end, because this is one story that could quite literally change your life. The origins of the 2019 P Washington Quarter. The 2019 Washington Quarters were part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program launched in 2010 and concluded in 2021. The program honored national parks and historic sites across the United States, with 5 different designs released each year. In 2019, the Quarters honored Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts, American Memorial Park in the Northern Mariana Islands, War in the Pacific National Historical Park in Guam, San Antonio Missions in Texas, and the Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness in Idaho. Each of these designs featured George Washington on the obverse, as has been tradition since 1932, and a unique reverse for the site being commemorated. These quarters were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but it is the Philadelphia mint-marked quarters, designated by the letter P, that have drawn serious attention from numismatists around the world. Why the 2019 P quarter is worth so much. While most 2019 P quarters are still worth face value, there is a small number of them that have surfaced with extraordinary value due to rare minting errors, near-perfect grading, or both. The highest known value of a 2019 P Washington Quarter, an astounding $99,464, is tied to a specimen in pristine condition with a unique error variety and perfect grading from a top-tier grading service such as PCGS or NGC. Collectors value coins that show sharp strikes, brilliant luster, and no visible contact marks. When a 2019 P quarter receives a mint state 70 grade, the highest on the Sheldon grading scale, it becomes a coveted prize for serious collectors. Add a rare mint error like a double die obverse, off-center strike, or die cap strike, and suddenly you are looking at a coin with extreme scarcity and incredible market value. How to identify a valuable 2019 P quarter? So, how can you tell if your 2019 P quarter might be one of these high-value treasures? First, flip the coin over and examine the reverse for any of the 5 designs from the 2019 America the Beautiful series. If it has a design matching Lowell, American Memorial Park, War in the Pacific, San Antonio Missions, or River of No Return, and it has a clear P mint mark under the phrase "I in God We Trust," you are on the right track. Now, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to carefully inspect the coin's surfaces. Look for doubling in the lettering or numbers, especially around the word Liberty or the date 2019. Check for off-center strikes, rim cuts, or any unusual features like extra metal or missing details. These could be signs of a valuable mint error. Finally, assess the overall condition of the coin. Does it have full luster, no scratches, or wear, and sharp detail in the design? If so, it may be a candidate for professional grading, which could unlock its true market potential. Grading and selling a rare 2019 P quarter. If you believe you have found a valuable 2019 P quarter, your next step is to send it to a professional coin grading service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These services will assess your coin's authenticity, assign it a grade, and encapsulate it in a protective holder that guarantees its value to buyers. A coin that receives a high mint state grade, especially MS 68, MS 69, or the elusive MS 70, can command enormous premiums. If the coin also features a major error, it will be listed as a unique variety in the coin census, and collectors will compete fiercely to add it to their sets. To sell your rare coin, you can turn to major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stocks Bowers, or use online marketplaces such as eBay or Great Collections. Some collectors even negotiate private sales through coin dealers, where top prices can be achieved with the right buyer, the current market value, and future outlook. As of now, the most valuable known 2019 P Washington quarter fetched an incredible $99,464 at auction. This is due to a combination of its perfect grade, rare error, and the intense demand among modern error collectors and registry set participants. Market trends show that modern rare coins with dramatic errors or flawless condition continue to rise in value as more collectors enter the hobby. With rising awareness and competition, especially through online marketplaces and grading registry competitions, values for rare coins like this are likely to continue climbing. Even if your 2019 P quarter is not worth $99,000, a minor error or high-grade example could still net you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, it's worth checking those coins sitting in your change jar or rolled in your bank box. You just might be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the incredible story of the 2019 P Mint Mark Washington quarter worth nearly $100,000. It is yet another powerful reminder that coin collecting is not just a hobby, it can be a pathway to unexpected wealth. If you learned something new today or want to explore more valuable coins hiding in plain sight, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. And if you think you might have a rare 2019 quarter, let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your coin stories. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and keep searching, because the next coin you find might just change your life forever.